What's up everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Osu News. This is the show where we talk about the most important Osu news that happened during the week. It's been around 2 weeks since I uploaded the previous episode because there wasn't really any good news that week. But since then we've had a lot of interesting news topics, like for example the first one that we're going to talk about, which is about a player by the name of Predskolak. For those of you that don't know, around a year ago or so I uploaded a video where I talked about future players that might dominate in 2023. One of them was Predskolak. He was looking to be like a young prodigy, a player that he was going to absolutely dominate, even at one point setting a 900 PP played while he was still a 3-digit and also at the age of 12. Yes, you heard me correctly, he apparently set a 900 PP play when he was 12. However, all the hype that was surrounded by this player all died down the moment that he got restricted on Osu. He got restricted during a screening process that was happening for a Czech tournament that he was going to participate in, and when he initially got restricted it wasn't really clear as to why he got restricted, but then later on it was discovered that he got restricted for cheating behavior. However, at the time it was still confusing as to why he got restricted because, believe it or not, the Predskolak later on did upload a video of him apparently proving his legitimacy with a white cat type style of a live play that is 50 minutes long as well. Whether he was actually legit or not, or the actual reason why he got restricted, we will never know. However, what we know for the current day is that Predskolak has finally been unrestricted and he's already making big moves into the rank scene, setting all these scores in the span of 2 weeks apparently. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts about this situation down in the comments because it is a bit interesting. But our next story is also once again related to cheating, but it's also related with also support as well. So you may have heard of a player by the name of Chris. A year and a half ago he was looking to be a brand new hidden talent in the Osu scene, some pretty interesting hidden hard rock and hidden scores. But then randomly Chris set a score in Osu and then suddenly got restricted. Even he was confused as to why he got restricted. There was a whole situation about this player, even Pepe himself apparently called him a cheater, as you can see by this screenshot right here. But then suddenly a year and a half later he got unrestricted without any score wipes, believe it or not. Because of this, a very known figure in the Osu community by the name of Skill Osu, who was one of the people that managed to get White Cat unbanned, tweeted this: "Can this be talked about? Chris, who was allegedly banned for cheating, confirmed by Pepe in the image below, has been unrestricted without any wipe. He said he was legit multiple times and nobody believed him because of what was said by the creator of the game himself." This tweet absolutely blew up and Chris himself was getting support from multiple top players and people were simply just not having it with Osu support and these mistakes that they have been doing for a pretty long time. However, the official account of Osu support on Twitter replied to this tweet by saying this: "You should likely ask the user for the truth about their situation rather than jumping to conclusions. They may or may not be willing to divulge what they did and why their resolution was what it was." Then an hour later after that reply, Chris did make a clarification around his situation where he states that all of his plays and tournaments were absolutely legit and he did not cheat on them. Apparently a while back, while Chris was still a low ranked player in Osu, he did apparently cheat by using some type of macro on specific maps and scores that he doesn't even remember of. Apparently he has told this to Osu support and they just said, "We are afraid the last reply you sent us does not align with what our system has identified." Then a few emails later they talked about him multi-accounting 5 or even 6 years ago, and then suddenly he got unrestricted on Osu. At the end he does state that he doesn't want y'all to harass Osu support over this entire situation. At the end of the day they did unban him, and he also states that he is going to live stream more in the near future. Also, if you look a little bit closely in the response screenshot itself, you can see that Chris is actually telling you to hit that sub button and that it would really be appreciated towards Stu's channel. So yeah, what do you think about this Chris situation? It is a bit interesting, let me know down in the comments. But I think that's enough talk about cheating scandals and stuff like that. Let's talk about something interesting. So everyone who is watching this video already knows who Mrekk is. I don't really need to introduce him to you, but if you somehow don't know, he is the current #1 player in Osu and he has proven time and time again that he can definitely be considered as one of the greatest in this game. And last week, let's just say that it isn't any different. Mrekk has absolutely popped off last week, setting 2 different 1.4k PP plays that we're going to talk about. The first one is his score on Space Battle that is worth 1473 PP, and in classic Mrekk fashion, this play is a choke, and if he didn't cider break towards the end of the map, this would have been worth 1553 PP FFC. And let's just say that his reaction about this score is just overall insane.
Fuck! Oh my god, it's a 1400, right? Holy!
But if you thought that reaction to his score was actually crazy, then you need to see his next reaction to his next score. Because on one random also session while streaming on Twitch, Mrekk randomly decided, you know what, then let's try to DT the other difficulty of Save Me. And as a result of that, we got a 2-miss run on the map with double time that he managed to get towards the end of the map. And if this play was actually an FC, it would have been his first 1.6k PP play. This can technically also be considered as a 1.5k PP play choke. However, his reaction truly shows just how much he lost it. And because of these new top plays, the difference between Mrekk and Aquilibet is currently 849 PP exactly. So yeah, let me know what you think about Mrekk's recent pop-off down in the comments, and also what you think about the difference between Mrekk and Aquilibet now. And of course I meant in performance points, not in actual skill. However, there is another big topic that I want to talk about in this video, and it's something to do with Lazer. So it's been around 2 or 3 weeks since Pepe has officially launched PP for Lazer. And in the original video, he did state that if he found some type of bug that is abusing PP in Lazer, then he would have to do a global score reset for every single score that was set on Lazer. However, in the latest Lazer update video, we did find out that Lazer won't have any leaderboard or score resets, except for other game modes where people have been abusing these bugs right here. And if Pepe and the team find out that a certain score has been set with that bug, then that score will most likely get reset. Not every single score, just the ones that have been abusing bugs. But yeah, that is absolutely good news for every Lazer user, and we can actually set scores on Lazer now without being worried about them getting reset. Other very important news that happened this week, BTMC has stated that after a talk with Twitch's CEO Dan Clancy, he is currently in contact with interns to potentially cook something for the Roundtable 3. Dresserve has set 2 1.8k PP plays in Mania, one of them being the current Mania PP record. The Australian player by the name of Akenzix climbed from rank 43 all the way to rank 22 in the span of only 48 hours. Mr. Dinkelpool set the very first 600 PP play using feed, so if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description to the video. FlyingTuna stated that he will most likely be multi-streaming if possible to YouTube and Twitch once Twitch shuts down in Korea, and he also might be opening a Patreon page if you want to support him there. Choked is officially out of the top 50 rankings in Osu, and people in my Discord server couldn't choose if this should be an upvote or a downvote moment. And finally, the Romanian player by the name of Yurinatsu has changed his username to Femboy Gaming. But that's about it for this video. If you're currently watching this a few hours after the video was uploaded, then I might be live on both YouTube and on Twitch, so if you want to join in on the fun, then be sure to do so. And also, if you still haven't checked that out, be sure to watch my reaction to BTMC's reaction to my vid, which is a bit funny. And also, never forget, stay silly.